going on, YouTube world? Everybody outside of YouTube world, this is Al, aka Dusty Big Brown, and I am hanging out with one of the mightiest panels of them all on a Silver Age Sunday. And good evening, and I need to show myself. I am showing myself on screen. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. Right now is the dynamic duo, me, Dusty Brick Brown, and my man.
The mightiest two-man panel on YouTube.
Oh yeah, brother. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna get into it because we had a little thing last night. Sean, how are you today, sir?
Doing great, man. Doing great.
Great. It's always good to see you, man. We're gonna go through this one more time. Here we go, John's Comics with Kids and Friends. He changed it. John's Comics with Friends.
Because he's a friend to us all.
He is a friend to everyone. I would sing a song, but I'm not gonna do it because y'all didn't tune in to hear me sing. But I was gonna sing "One Is the Loneliest Number" because my man showed up, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna do this by myself. Sean, he came through in the clutch. It's like NBA Jam. He really did. So good morning to you as well, John. I'm glad to see you in the building. Puff, I'm always glad to see you in the building. Hey, Puff. John is responding back.
Yep.
Yes. Hey. So yeah, we are here for anyone that wants to join. We're going to drop the link in the chat eventually. Right now, it's just me and Sean. We may have some of the others join. We don't know. But the show must go on, as they say. So, Sean, hey, man, let's go ahead and get started on some stuff. Now, early in the backstage, we were actually talking about something. We got on the subject of something that we really hold near and dear to our hearts. I am eventually, and I know this is a Silver Age Sunday, we both realize this, but we got to talk about anime. Go ahead, Sean.
I just want to hold up the books, keep the Silver Age Sunday tradition.
That's right.
So I'm going to do this. Chris Claremont signed X-Men God Loves, Man Killed. Al, you remember this, man, because we both got this signed that Heroes Con by Chris Claremont.
Yep.
So yeah, I want to show this off. I'm not going to open it up because he signed it on the inside like the old school writer and artist used to do. But yeah, this is my book though, to show off the Silver Age Sunday. Hey, Melon in the manga.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm glad you were able to join us. Yes. Great, Sean.
Yeah, they have some great content, man. Make sure you subscribe to those two lovely ladies, Sheena and Enja.
Subscribe to Melanin and Manga today. I don't think you could get no grittier than that. So go ahead and subscribe, folks. Everybody in the chat, please subscribe to Melanin and Manga. Manga, not manga. Manga is how you say it in the South, manga. Boom, starting off with God Loves. That's a great way to start. Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is. So I have... This isn't a Silver Age book. This is actually a Golden Age book, but it's Blondie Comics Monthly. Shout out to the G-Man, Robert Galvin. He AOK'd me this several years ago.
And there he is in the chat.
Hey, man. Oh, he's not at home.
As soon as you said his name, he appeared.
Just like Joe Hendry, if you know, you know. But anyway, G-Man, good to see you, bro. I'm glad you're doing good.
Yes.
Wish you were online with us, but hey, man, you got things you got to do outside of dealing with us. I love you too, bro. Love you too, man. And I say that with the utmost of sincerity. But yeah, shout out to G-Man. He AOK'd me this. As a matter of fact, shout out to him for hooking up the whole Comic Hall crew at that point, because he actually blessed us with some good stuff, and I really appreciate it. At some point, I am going to get this slab. When? I don't know, but I will get this slab. But thanks again, G-Man. So, Sean, what you want to start? You want to go ahead and get the anime train rolling, bro?
I mean, since you want to start off with that, is there anything that you want to discuss before we even go into that?
Yeah, man, we can discuss a couple of things real quick. How are you caught up on some TV shows, man? Did you watch the first two episodes of The Boys?
No, I have not watched The Boys yet.
Okay, I'm gonna say this for everyone that's in the chat, because everyone is cross-pollinated with something. The Boys season 5, which is the final season, actually started Tuesday or Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the first two episodes are a banger. There was some sadness in the first episode. I'm not gonna say because I was hating something happened in that episode, but yeah, it started off on a great start, man. I mean, for all indications, this season is gonna be really crazy when it comes down to the end of the show. But yeah, that's good. So I would highly suggest that. You've been what? Well, let me ask you this: what have you been watching aside from manga? I mean, anime.
I mean, I did watch the recent episode of Invincible and Daredevil, and yeah, it's getting crazy with Invincible. It's getting crazy with that show.
Man, Invincible. Go ahead.
And then Daredevil is picking up, you know. And it's, to me, this season so far has been better than last season. And I've been really enjoying the pacing of it and the storytelling. Hey, Enja. Awesome to see you here. Thanks for showing up.
Right on.
But yeah, outside of those two.
Thank you.
Hey, be safe at work.
Right on.
Outside of those two, I've been watching a lot of anime, and I just showed you, you know, some DVD Blu-rays that I recently picked up. And I know you got a lot to show after I showed those backstage.
Yeah, man. I couldn't even get my hands on everything. So to preface everything, folks, we were backstage, and Sean's been on an anime kick. He'll tell you, like, time I talked to Sean, man, he is like he's studying for an anime quiz or SAT or something. Like, he's really like into anime. Like, I'm so proud of him. Like, if I was his father, I would cry. Like, seriously. Because I watch a lot of anime myself. Matter of fact, I've actually translated over to manga. It's one of the manga I actually I read. Yes, Daredevil. What's up, Christopher Jackson? Yeah, Daredevil, Invincible, and the boys. At Invincible, like Sean said, them last 2-3 episodes have been nothing but fire. Like fire. For All Mankind, Apple TV. I'm gonna have to take a look at that, G-Man. But yeah, those 3 shows have been great, especially Invincible. So, and speaking of Invincible, if you are a gamer, they dropped a demo for the Invincible Versus game. It's a fighting game coming out in the next couple of months. So there is an open beta for that game this weekend.
I see Man Cave is in the chat.
Oh, what's going on, Man Cave?
Hey, I would love to have Man Cave on if he's available, man.
If you are available, I will drop the chat. I mean, drop the link.
It's been a while since I've been on the show with Man Cave Comics.
Okay, all right.
Awesome person, man.
Cool. Oh yeah, most definitely. But yeah, as far as the anime is concerned, Puff has really been on a tear, and he just recently bought some stuff. So if you want to go ahead and show some stuff, man, we could just flip flop on each other. So
I'll also start with the live action. I even got the anime to go with it. So I brought the Zeran live actions, and to go with it, I had this area Zeran the animation. This is like the prequel to the first movie. So I picked those up, and I've been had the area one. Egro Proxy, the most philosophical anime out there, and this anime was confusing yet engrossing, and it really hooked me in. And I've been rewatching this, and it's like, man, it's just been really good. Outlaw Star.
Mm-hmm.
This is like tsunami greatness here, you know, and I've been enjoying that. And then, you know, I just have to bring up some older shows, not only with anime but cartoons. SWAT Cats.
Are you serious? Oh wow, I didn't even know that was on Is that DVD or Blu-ray?
Yeah, this DVD. They ain't gonna upgrade it to Blu-ray. So SWAT Cats. This show is highly underrated. It's a shame that it never got completed in the early 90s. Pirates of Dark Water.
No, check out. Yeah,
Noid top.
they left
Lungo
us,
Lungo.
they left us on a serious cliffhanger. That was one of my favorite series back
I
in the
know,
day.
man, it was so good, man. Every time I watch it, I get mad. I mean, just think about what we could have gotten if this was made in like the 2000s, and it would have been completed. And of course, being the Ghostbuster fan, I finally picked this up because I hated that they put it out on regular DVD and not on Blu-ray, upscaled it and stuff. But it is what it is, and that's the Extreme Ghostbusters.
Okay.
You know, this is like the second Ghostbuster cartoon that actually followed the real Ghostbusters, and it's still pretty good. It still holds up.
We meet every other Sunday, Man Cave. So not this coming up Sunday, but the following Sunday, which will be like the 20 something. I can't, like the 25th, I think.
Yeah, we do a show every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we won't have a show next Sunday. It'll be the following Sunday.
Right. You're welcome to join us. All right. What else you got, man?
That's it, man.
Okay.
What you got, man? I know
Well,
you got a lot to share.
A lot of this stuff is old, but
Don't matter.
Goody for goody. And I couldn't grab everything. I actually have some anime on. I got mascara on. Good grief. But I got anime on VHS, and I guess at one point, when we do another live stream, we're gonna do one about anime and manga. So Melanin and Manga, if y'all want to join us, you all are free to do so. But yeah, I have a few that I was able to get my hands on. Got my Hero Academia, or Boku no Academia. This is the first movie that they came out with. I got that, and then I have season 1 of Dragon Ball Z. Thank you, G-Man. Yeah, that's old school. If you know what that is right above Pong, and you are old. But Dragon Ball Z first season. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. Superhero. This is when Piccolo got his orange form and Gohan was in beast mode. I think that's what they call it. Dragon Ball Super Broly. I don't know why some folks don't like Dragon Ball Super, but I actually like it. I don't know what happened. The system did that. Hold on, I'll get back to it. Old school Dragon Ball Super Android 13. This is DVD.
Okay, nice.
This is one was been wrapped ever since I bought it. Wrath of the Dragon. And I think I want to say I got this from GameStop when GameStop was selling movies. I'm not quite sure. It's either GameStop or Movie Stop. I actually have a digital copy of this. That's why I hadn't opened this.
Oh man, see Man Cave comment.
Oh God, Man Cave. Okay, as you can tell, I am a One Piece fan because Monkey D. Luffy is right behind me. So that's what's up, man. That first, that first One Piece, you got mint. You got mint on your hands, like real talk. So that is what's up. Shonen. I got Dragon Ball Z Super Android 13. Now, this one right here, I'm looking for the box set because I bought these way back when. This series was actually known in Japan as Science Ninja Team Gotcha Man, but they released it over here as
Battle of the Planets.
Yeah. Now some of these DVDs actually have some of the Japanese versions on it, but you know, this was highly edited over here in America because it was a lot of death and destruction in this anime. Folks actually got murked and dealt with in a horrific way. So yeah, they sanitized this under Battle of the Planets. I still like Battle of the Planets, But when they first released it, they only released it, these are out of order, but in 6 volumes. So I ended up buying all 6 of them. But they have a full set of, I think it was like 82 episodes, I believe. And it's on eBay. You can't buy it like retail. I mean, apparently it's out of print, but the price ranges, from like 50 to like $80 because an action figure comes in the collector's edition for this.
Like I said, it's hard to go back to watch Battle of the Planets after you done watch Gotcha Man.
Yeah, it is, because like I said, they sanitized this version so terribly, but it still holds a place in my heart because this is one of my first introductions to anime way back, because this came out in the early 70s and stuff. So then I got some more Dragon Ball Z stuff. I got Return of Cooler. These are all the movies. Go ahead, Sean.
I remember the first time I watched that, I borrowed the tape from my friend. He had that on there. And what was unknown to me was, after I finished watching the movie, it was great. I copied the movie, but the thing was, that was the last space I had on the tape, because I had 2 other movies. And then I found out after Return of Cooler, he had Ninja Scroll on it. I was like, oh.
That's a classic. I got that somewhere, man. I couldn't find it. But I got Dragon Ball Z Fusion. This is after the death of Goku and stuff. So I think it's Gotenks. Cooler's Revenge. Now I bought all these separately. They come in a box set. And I want to say these are now on Blu-ray. I could be wrong, but Cooler's Revenge. That was Frieza's brother. And Lord Slug. Yeah, all these, and few of these are actually non-canon.
Man, I remember, like, one of the good things about high school growing up was my high school is downtown Brooklyn, New York, and so many stores there were selling anime tapes, and I used to go there and buy all those. They were like expensive. Like, those tapes are not cheap. Even the bootleg ones, they sell for like $20-$25.
Yeah.
And I had the Japanese versions of Dragon Ball Z where they were ahead. They had the Cell Saga and even the Majin Buu Saga, and they didn't even air in the States yet.
Nope.
So I was able to see those before they finally aired over in the States.
Yeah, man. I had a buddy, he was into anime, and he would actually get one on my saw, man. I'll go ahead and mention it, but it was called The Legend of the Overfiend. Nah, that's something that, unless you got some type of depraved sickness, you don't want to watch that. So Dragon Ball Broly, Legendary Super Saiyan.
Chinatown Fairs, is that something new? Because I've been out of New York since the early mid 2000s, but I have been to Chinatown, and I did.
Wow.
I did go to see certain things there. The stores that sold the video games and the animes.
I would love to go to a place like that. So we're switching gears real quick. It's still wrapped up. The Street Fighter anime that came out a while back. This actually came with Street Fighter 4, but it's still an anime. It was part of the collector's edition. Street Fighter 4, Ties That Bind. You haven't seen it yet. I'm a fan of Street Fighter because I got this too. Now, this is really underrated. Street Fighter 2V.
Yes, it is.
Highly underrated. But this right here was manga video. But this is pretty good. It's a series.
Yeah, I watched the entire series. That's really good. Man, I've probably been to that one, Dan P. Because there was a couple of arcades in Brooklyn. So I've probably been there. But like I said, it's been so long, I forgot the name of it. So it could have been China Fair.
Take care, Man Cave.
Take care, man.
Hope your day goes well. And I got actually another Dragon Ball. Okay, so this is the uncut movie trilogy,
Nice.
and this one has these three: Trio Might, Dead Zone, Trio Might, and the World's Strongest. Now these were done by Pioneer before Funimation took over. So
Nice.
yeah,
I wonder how much that run for.
I don't know. I bought this one out of Media Play, man, way back in the day. Shout out to Media Play. This right here is one of my favorite animes of all time, and it is out of print. And I bought this many moons ago, and I love it. The animation to me I love the animation on this.
Oh, I just watched that, Mike.
Yep, it's the full series plus the OVA.
I
So
just
the OVA,
watched that.
bro, I love, man, this right here, this Big Fire. I love this. Man, I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite anime of all time, Giant Robo.
Giant Robo.
Yep, it's awesome, man. That's all I got for right now, man. Like I said, I'd have to dig in the trenches. Those were what I could immediately pull. But yeah, man, I got like Ninja Scroll. I finally got that on Blu-ray like 2 or 3 months ago. Fist of the North Star, man, you talk about that was hard to find. And Fist of the North Star actually has different versions, but I got the movie. There was an OVA, there was a TV series, a few other things too, man. But a few other My Hero Academia, some older stuff. But yeah, we are going to do a live stream at some point about anime where we could just go all out, man. So right now, man, what are the shows that you're actually watching as far as anime that you would recommend to somebody that hasn't watched it?
Shoot, like I said, you brought up Giant Robo. I watched that recently. I watched Gunsmith Cats again. I love Vampire Hunter D. Somebody showed that last night, so I got up this morning. I rewatched that both movies, and I love those two films. And I've been watching a lot of the Tenchi Muyo stuff. You know, I watched the OVAs. I watched Tenchi Muyo in Tokyo, Tenchi Muyo and Tenchi Universe, and then you got Tenchi Muyo GXP, the Galaxy Police. You know, so I've just been watching different variations of Tenchi Muyo and stuff, and there's just so many of them. You know, like I still like somebody re-aired Those Who Hunt Elves, and I watched that. Shadow Skill, I've been really enjoying that. And Vampire Princess Miyu, you know, I've started that up a couple months ago, and I've just been like my anime playlist is full. Like it's just so many videos on my playlist to watch, and you know, and some of these shows I've watched previously in the past, and then I'm just rewatching them again, and then there's some new shows that I haven't watched, you know. So it's just been a hodgepodge of shows that I've been taking in, and I'm still rewatching. No matter how many times I've watched it, Yu Yu Hakusho. I love that show to death,
bro. That's another one that I've been looking for. Yu Yu Hakusho is what most people would call peak anime, and I think for most people, especially in our age range that watches anime, Yu Yu Hakusho is up there. Like Yu Yu Hakusho is one of the best anime. The Dark Tournament, the whole nine. To me, I watch anime dub and sub. It don't matter to me as long as I can watch it. But I prefer watching Yu Yu Hakusho dub because the voice acting is amazing. They hit on all cylinders with the voice actors in Yu Yu Hakusho. But that's another series, man, that I'm trying to pick up. Because there's certain ones that I want to get that I was very fond of. There was another series, man, that I love. And we talked about it at one point. All right, G, man, you take it easy, bro.
Later, G.
We'll see you on the flip side, sir. Tell Mrs. G I said hello. But one other one that I want to pick up, man, and that's Bio Boosted Armor Guyver.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the anime, not the movie.
yes, the anime. Well, hey, I know the difference. When you say bio booster, I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, not Jimmy Walker version, but
not the one with Mark Hamill's face on to make you think he's the Guyver when he's just a side character.
right, exactly. So, but yeah, there's a list of old anime, man, that I want to pick up. But I recently, man, I've been watching, new stuff and old stuff. I actually got back into watching this one called it's called All Star Blazers over here, but it was in Japan it was called Space Battleship Yamato.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, and that was one of them old school ones, man. I can remember when Battle of the Planets came on TV over here back in the day. As far as new stuff that I've been watching, man, there's quite a few things. Now it's funny. Um, Matt was telling me the a couple of weeks ago he got into this one. It's on Netflix called Sakamoto Days. That came out about a year or two ago. Now that's a really good one. I've actually watched the whole first season of that one. And there's one, I don't know if you remember the last time we had a comic haul. X talked about it. It's called Gotcha Kuda.
I remember him saying something about that.
That's really good. The art style on that one is really dope, and it's good because it actually has a level of diversity in terms of the cast. Now, one that I've been watching, as far as the new one, would be this is one called Tojima Wants to Be a Common Rider.
Yes, I've seen videos of that.
Yeah, African Barbada did pass away earlier this week. Shout out to Bam. Okay. Hey, man. Schultz up there making pizza in Chicago, man. You can't get no Chicagoan than that, man. That's what's up. What's up, Super Flash? Now the anime was the one that that Gotcha Kuda. That's the truth. But there's a few. I'm actually working on a couple of videos about some of the newest stuff. There's this one that was actually on Adult Swim, man, that a lot of people, it's kind of like half and half. It got pretty good reviews, but it's called Lazarus. The music is made, it was directed by the same guy that did Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo. I think his name is Watanabe. I can't remember his first name, but I think his last name is Watanabe. But he directed Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo. And the premise behind it is this scientist released this virus called hypnovirus, and within a certain length of time, basically anybody that took the drug would die in a certain length of time if they didn't find him to get the cure. And like I said, the music is amazing in that particular anime, but it came on Adult Swim, and I started watching Inuyasha. I got to get back to it. I kind of fell off, but I've been kind of like you, man. If I'm not watching stuff like, Daredevil and The Boys and stuff, I watched Attack on Titan last week, the first season, while I was working. So I've been heavily into anime as of late, though. But I like it.
Yeah, there's so many shows like The Big O. I've been wanting to do another rewatch of that, because one thing about Big O and even Egro Proxy, I like the animes that make you think.
Yeah. Now, one that makes you think though, Lazarus makes you think. I haven't seen the new Ronin Warrior Super Flash, so I can't call it. But Lazarus is good. Big O is a good one too, man. That's another Toonami alumni right there with Full Metal Alchemist. And but good Lord, what's the name? The one that had the detective named L in it. Death Note.
Yeah, Death Note is one that I need to get back to rewatching it.
Yeah. Death Note is one of those philosophical animes where you're thinking about the conflict with L and God, what was that dude, that Joker's name, the one that had the Death Note book. Um, I can't. I mean, it's been so long since I watched Death Note, but it's so, like you said, man. It's so many different like types of anime out there, man. That caters pretty much across the board. Now, I ain't in all that old crazy stuff they got, but action, stuff that's thought provoking, that
I'll
makes you
be
think.
I'll be back real quick.
Okay, but yeah, Super Flash. I do not know. Do you know when that new Roman Warriors drop? Because I am not familiar with it at all. The thing about anime is that they drop anime so much because that's like a staple over in Japan. They have like thousands upon thousands of manga, and I've actually watched a few videos that talks about the process of how they call them mangaka over in Japan, how they actually get started or how they try to get started when they write those mangas, and then they try to shop them to places like Shonen, and there's another one over there I can't remember the name, and they basically, if my memory serves me correctly, they attempt to get into the Shonen Jump, and they get like featured in Shonen Jump, and typically Shonen Jump is kind of like the measuring stick by which the public will say that they're high on this particular anime and or not. And then once that happens, then they're given the green light, and they have like strict deadlines to get the stuff out. But there are so many different animes out there. It's hard to keep track of them. So let's see. It said it's finished. 13 episodes. They told an amazing story. It ends, and as a fan, I'm okay if they never make a second season. It's all on Crunchyroll. I felt that way about Samurai Champloo. A lot of people were like, it needed to go further. And Lazarus actually ended like Samurai Champloo and Cowboy Bebop. Both, I think, had only 26 episodes. Lazarus had 13. And there's rumored that they're going to bring back Lazarus possibly for a second season. Like I said, I liked it. People were ragging on the English voice acting, but I didn't see anything wrong with it. But I have my say on that. A lot of people that complain about English dub don't even know how to. They don't know how to read or speak Japanese. So I feel like that's kind of like a moot point. If you don't know how to speak or read Japanese and you rip English dubs, then I think that's kind of like the pot calling the kettle black. But that's just me. I watch both of them. But
Same.
go ahead, Sean.
Even though some shows I do prefer the sub over dub, and here's this series of books. I never showed these before, but I got these last year, and that's because my rediscovery of the anime.
Ah, Dirty Pair.
Dirty Pair. This is the Viz Comics one.
Didn't they have a movie or an OVA?
It has OVA and movie.
Well, that's that old school. That's the mid '80s anime right there.
Yes. And I prefer it over the because I like the Dirty Pair Flash OVAs from the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
but the animation style could be hit or miss for me. I love the 80s version more. Kay and Yuri. Yeah, I picked these up last year. And Dirty Pair is another one of those shows I've been rewatching.
That's those came out around, what was the name of that city Hunter Tokyo or City Hunter?
City Hunter.
Yeah, with City Hunter. Okay, all right. So yeah, those are that's when anime really started to get this footing over here in America and stuff, man. So let me ask you this, Sean, because Jim Lee came out again for a second time. and he basically indicated that, and we had a show, a Comic Hall show about this. I'll probably link it in this particular on this live stream in the description. But I actually brought it up. Excuse me for moisturizing my lips. I feel them getting dry. But Jim Lee's recently come out and said that anime is pretty much, or manga rather, is pretty much taking over. And we talked about this a couple of years ago, like I said on the
Yeah.
Comic Hall. And I think a lot of people, especially if you're not familiar with manga as well as anime, I think a lot of people are drawn to the fact that when you're dealing with any manga, whether it's Fist of the North Star or whether it's One Punch Man or whether it's Assassination Classroom, whatever, there's consistency from beginning to end because typically you only have one writer, and most times the writers are the artists on the book too. So they have a consistent theme moving on from the beginning, from the concept all the way to the end. And I don't think a lot of people understand, especially in the comic book industry, man, when you have a situation where you have comic books, man, after every 20 issues, they always fall back and they reboot. And then the author tends to go into a different direction than the previous person that wrote the book. So how you feel about all of that, man?
I like when it comes to the manga having one artist who does the whole thing. He writes it, he draws it. He'll have certain people that in places that do little edits and stuff, but he got full control of it. So he gets to tell his story from beginning, middle, and the end. And there's you don't have to worry about no interference or anything like that. It's a consistent story. You don't have to really read another story here or there and stuff like that and say, oh, it's a crossover. No, it's just one whole story. And that's the thing. You don't have to worry about none of the nonsense. They just stick to their guns. And one thing about manga and anime is they so far ahead of the time that people talk about gender politics and stuff like that. They've been doing this shit since the 60s and 70s. When you watch Bird Kosuke from Gotcha Man, you don't even know what his gender is because he could switch genders.
Right.
So they've been so far ahead of the game when it comes to stuff like that. That for me it doesn't bother me because it fits the story that they're telling. And you just you're along for the ride when you read it, when you watch it, and you don't have to worry about all the outside stuff creeping into the books because they tell the stories how they see fit, and it's not because of what they align with or who they align with. It's just the story that they want to tell.
That's right. I think a lot of people don't understand that, man. I'm gonna use one of my favorites behind my right shoulder. One Piece has been talking about a lot of stuff, man. You watch the anime, you read the manga. There is a lot of stuff in that series that gets talked about that for some people, they've been doing it since the early. Oda's been writing about that kind of stuff since 98 or 99 when he started One Piece. You have, LGBTQ representation. You got trans people. You got a whole walks of life, but people will watch that and it's or read it and it's just part of the story. He's representing people, but he's also telling a story that makes sense. He's not shoehorning people in there. And a lot of people are receptive to that, even, aside from the current climate that we see over here in America and stuff. And I think that's a good thing because at the end of the day, it's all about telling a good story. You can utilize whatever characters that you want to, but if you're not telling a good congruent story, it don't really mean too much. You're just putting stuff out there just to put it out there. So I can appreciate the manga writers because they have a vision, and just like Dan just says, that's one of the biggest issues. And I was briefly on Facebook earlier this week, and they were talking about it. That's where I saw the whole thing, because I hate Facebook, y'all. I don't like Facebook, but I was on there for a quick minute, and that's where I saw the article of what Jim Lee said, and someone actually brought up a very poignant point, and they referred to Chris Claremont. That's my favorite writer of all time. Chris Claremont has the longest tenure on the X-Men books of 16 years. So within that 16 years, he had complete, except for Marvel editorial, there's certain things they shot down, but he had 16 years to develop the X-Men into what we actually know the X-Men to be. Now, since him, there have been several other writers on the X-Men books. Some of them were good, some of them were okay, some of them were not so good. Jonathan Hickman was great, in my opinion. But he had the ability to operate just like Oda and Akira Toriyama and Kishimoto, that did Naruto, and well, to an extent Boruto, but Naruto. He had the ability and he had the creative control to put those characters in a frame of mind. That's how we know Nightcrawler is Catholic. That's how we know Storm is a claustrophobic. She doesn't, that's how we know Colossus is atheist, because all of that stuff was brought upon the series because of Chris Claremont. And when he put his stamp on it, everything that we see now, even if another writer came on the scene and decided that they were going to do this, the base of what we see, whether it's in the movies, whether it's the X-Men animated series, that a lot has Chris Claremont's influence in it. So I think a lot of people are looking at the fact that they just want to see congruency. Even if you change a writer on a book, if you got a good thing going, like for example, the whole Jonathan Hickman with X-Men and Krakoa, man, that was one of the best times that the X-Men has had in a long time. But you end that, these folks had their very own island, their very own currency, all the mutants, because everybody else and their cousin was looking at mutants like y'all are the bane of society. So they leave, and of course they had problems and issues on Krakoa, but they had everything set up for themselves. You have a story arc that actually destroys everything they built, and then you move them back to Alaska and Louisiana, and it's like that don't even make sense. So yeah, congruency and continuity is very important when it comes to a story. That's why I can sit down and watch Dragon Ball Z, even though some people want to, turn their nose up at it. Now I can watch Dragon Ball Z or Yu Yu Hakusho or The Guyver or Ghost in the Shell, and I can be satisfied with it because there was one person dealing with that for the most part, and they ran it for good or ill, however good it ended. My Hero Academia, I'm talking to you, but yeah, because that really didn't, to me, it was okay. But yeah, the congruency and continuity and the having a continued story that makes sense. I think that's why a lot of people are turning to manga as opposed to continuing with comic books, man. It's getting rough out there, Sean. It's getting rough out there, man. So I don't blame you for not being in a position, and I've had to rethink my position on buying new comic books, man. I mean, because I love comic books, but at the same time, I don't want to keep buying comic books, and the comic books ain't worth a quarter. Like, the only thing they worth is to actually start a fire so I can cook some hot dogs and hamburgers on the grill and stuff.
And like watching all the anime sometimes have me like, now I want to get into the mangas, And one show in particular that I want to read the manga on is Berserk. And I know every time I go to the comic store, specifically Blackbird, and I see those hardcover editions of Berserk, I'm like, man, I just want to start buying it. And I know that's a rabbit hole that's going to lead me into buying way more mangas and I'm like, I ain't got the space for this. I don't need to accumulate more books.
Sean, I think being a collector is a good thing, but just like I do, bro, it's a curse.
It's a curse.
Because you start falling into them rabbit holes, man. Like I started off watching One Piece when I was out, dealing with my cancer and stuff. And I was off of work for like 4 months, at my surgery and all that kind of stuff. I watched at the point it was like 1,100 episodes at that time. I mean, it's almost 1,200 now. But I got to a point to where I was so into that anime that I started buying the manga. And it was the same for Dragon Ball Super. Like I said, I might be in the minority for Super. I like Super to the point, and this is the thing, Super kind of dragged because they stopped right after this tournament that they did, and then that was it. But the manga kept going, and I kept seeing videos on YouTube. I'm like, man, who is this goat looking dude? So dude named Goro and stuff. I said, okay. So I started buying the manga just to keep up with the with the story, and then Frieza went quote unquote black, and he started like just beating the brake shoes off of Goku and Vegeta. You already know Frieza already got that track record.
Frieza went black just like Goku went black.
Right.
He's black.
Right, exactly. I think Frieza went the different black, but that Joker Frieza beat the brake shoes off of Goku and Vegeta, man. But yeah, I mean, it was just one of those things where the story it kept going. Even after Akira Toriyama, may he rest in peace, passed away, the guy that he entrusted the story with, he kept it moving, and he kept it, up until he finished the story arc that Toriyama was on, and then he started his own. Now, there's news that's come out. Dragon Ball Super is coming back. The anime is coming back. They're redoing the Dragon Ball Super series it's called Dragon Ball Beerus. And then they're doing another one called Galactic Patrol, which actually starts back from where the anime left off after the tournament with the guy named Beerus. Because they've done at least 4 or 5 different story arcs, which includes that Dragon Ball Super movie that came out that had the orange Piccolo and the Beast Gohan. So I'm right now, man, I still have a pull list at the comic book store, but I'm being pulled towards manga because I sound so country. Manga. I'm pulled towards manga because the story it intrigues me, and it's like I said, there's no deviation in what you see. I wanted to do the same thing the way you was talking about Berserk. I wanted to do the same thing for Guts. But I was like, man, I can't afford some of the stuff now, just dealing with medical bills, man. I don't need to put myself in no further debt, man. But it's just one of those things, man, where anime and manga, and then one cool thing about manga too, man. Manga is like, it's like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like the Encyclopedia Britannica of the series of the IP of the intellectual property, because a lot of times anime can deviate from the manga, and they can either take stuff out that was in the manga, or they can either add stuff, or they can edit it to what was in the manga. So I'm like, I want to see what happened in the manga. Did this happen as it happened in the anime and stuff? So yeah, man, it's one of those things, man, where it's starting to overtake the comic book industry,
And I will say the same when
Jumping Jeff, good to see you, bro.
I will say the same when it came to watching this past episode of Invincible. They changed certain things from the comic books. I'm like, wait a minute now. I remember certain things like the person who was the betrayer, who was the mole for the Vulturemites.
Mm-hmm.
That had a prolonged story arc, like a side story that it was a build up towards that, them finding out who that person was. And they completely changed it in the anime.
Yeah.
So, certain things is not going to align with what they told in the manga. It's the same with comics. When they deviate away from what was told in the comics and come up with something different.
Yep. Yep.
And it sometimes it depends on how you feel about it. If you when you read it originally, they can make it better when they change it in the anime or on the cartoon, or they can make it worse.
Oh
Some
yeah.
of the changes, I'm like, I don't agree with that change. You know, I don't agree with that change at all.
Yep. Hey, just like we talked about Battle of the Planets, man. But see, at that point, we didn't know, because when you're new to the media, you take what they show you as face value. Like, for example, Speed Racer is still one of my favorite anime from back in the game. You know, Battle Royale, bro. I got the movie Battle Royale. They actually had two of them. Jumpin' Jeff, I'm gonna give a shout out to Jumpin' Jeff. He was in our live stream last night for the WrestleMania 2 predictions. Hey man, let me tell you this. Side note, WWE got me. I'm gonna tell you where they got me. It was a clip or a segment in the live stream where we talked about our favorite WrestleMania entrances. You know, I picked the Shawn Michaels one from the WrestleMania 25. Brad, shout out to Brad from Heroes After Dark. He was on too. He picked a Bianca Belair one, and Larry picked one from WrestleMania 9, Undertaker. Out of all the stuff we talked about in the music that we had in that live stream, they blocked my video because of the 3 entrances. But the crazy part of it is, Sean, they did not block it for the Joe Hendry entrance that I had right after them for other 3 entrances. Man, I just took them out. So if you look for that live stream, they blocked it. I took it out, and hopefully everything will be good. But yeah, shout out to Jeff for.
So what was the entrance music they blocked?
It wasn't even them. It was the video. Because you know how I do, man. I take clips and stuff and put them together and all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't even the full entrance. It was part of the entrance. Like, when you remember WrestleMania 25 when Undertaker fought Shawn Michaels and he came
when Shawn came down.
Right, that was one because I'm not a Shawn Michaels fan, man, bro. I love that. I think that's one of the best entrances that they've had. And then Brad chose the Bianca Belair. I think WrestleMania 41. Where she came out there with the little kids and they danced and stuff, and she danced down the aisle. And then Larry chose the one. Well, I watched that match. That was a terrible match too, man.
hey, Larry had to choose that. I mean, the entrance was cool and all, but it ain't that great.
Giant Gonzalez and man, I watched that thing, and to hear Bobby Heenan and Macho Man and I think it was Vince McMahon. No, was it Vince McMahon? Bro, Gorilla, man, bro, they was lying so much, man.
No, it was Jim Ross.
Yeah, it was Jim Ross. I said, bro, y'all, there ain't no way y'all can salvage this match. I felt sorry for Giant Gonzalez because I'm like, man, that dude just doing what they told him to do. But they had him in a slim good bodysuit and stuff, and he looked like
in school we made fun of that.
Bro, that thing was so whack. He looked like Attack on Titan before Attack on Titan. I'm like, bro, how in the world you look like a Titan way back in the 80s and stuff? But yeah, that it was 5 minutes of the video. They blocked the whole video, man. And mind you, I was utilizing WWE material the whole time. I'm like, man, what is fair use? Fair use ain't nothing. Anyway, man, back to what we were saying, bro. I mean, when it come down to the whole anime manga thing, man, I think a lot of people are migrating because it's easier to digest than comic books and stuff, you know. Battle Royale, hold up. Yeah. John Gonzalez, bro. I'm telling you, and it was 10 of them. And the crazy thing, Jeff, I mean, I've seen other live streams, man, where they utilize that kind of stuff. But I guess, you know, I don't have but 101 subscribers, so I'm not big enough for them. But I guarantee you, if I was hundreds of thousands, and you know, I would have got a tap on the shoulder or something. And it ain't even monetized. That's crazy. But yeah, Battle Royale was really good, man. I got the first movie on DVD, but I don't have the second one. there was one called Battle Royal. I think that was a Battle Royal where it was an anime where this guy had a tiger mask. You know what I'm talking about, Sean? He was a fighter in the school, and people would challenge him. He looked like King from Tekken. And that dude,
yeah. I know what you're talking about now. I know.
He was going through, man, and just wrecking shop, man.
Man, that was so good, man.
It's really good, man. But yeah, that was Pet Elvin. But it is what it is. So I clipped it.
It almost felt like, am I watching Tekken?
Right, because that dude, man, he was getting back though. But yeah, Chris said I love Dragon Ball Z and I'm behind on Super. Superman went 5 seasons, you know, and I thought it was good. There was a couple of things that kind of like, you know, there's no anime that I've never seen. I've never seen a perfect anime. I've seen some that were damn close, but there's gonna be some adjustments either from the source material or they're gonna, you know, they're gonna change something because of what's the word I'm looking for? It might not be apropos to put it out there due to the audience, because you know everybody knows that watches anime and reads manga. Sometimes those authors can be a little bit too spicy when it comes down to certain things that they do. So you know you have to tone certain things down. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, man, it's like, you know, it's a great art form, man, and
Hey,
apparently.
hey,
Go ahead.
one of my favorite, like, it didn't even. I watched. I like this shit is so over the top. Balky the Grappler.
Baki is good. See, you know,
and it's funny because I watched the original, the OVA, then the original series that they did, and then the recent stuff. Over the top commentary and over the top fights, man.
I haven't watched. I watched the original one back in the day. I have not watched any of the newer versions that had Muhammad Ali Jr. in it. I think. I like that dude Biscuit Oliva though, but I just like his name. The dude's name is Biscuit. But yeah, Baki's over the top. There's another one called Grand Lagan or something like that. Somebody was telling me about which is the modern day. It was like Baki, but it wasn't as crazy because you know all the jokers, man, look like every last one of them. Like, bro, they drink. They eat steroid cereal. They
one guy took steroids just to be buffest in the fight Baki in the finale.
Yeah, that's that. But I like the original, man. But yeah, that's one. Now there's a new JoJo's Bizarre Adventure called something Bullet some Run or something. I can't remember. It's been a minute since I watched JoJo anyway. But I need to catch up. But like you said, man, to your point, there is a lot to watch. And I think, and one thing I like about the anime and manga for that matter is that you have, you know, a plethora. Like there's this one that I watched called it's a soccer one. It just came out about a year or two ago. Geez Louise. I haven't watched it. Basically the Japanese, there's a school that the Japanese go to that if you're like of high caliber, like a soccer player, you go to this school, and it's kind of like it's like Jeff was talking about the Hunger Games of high school or whatnot. It's like the Hunger Games of soccer. You go there and you compete, and if you're not good enough, you get kicked out of the program because they're trying to build a team, a Japanese soccer team to go across the world like World Cup and stuff. I cannot remember the name of it, but it's pretty good. They're into the second season, but they have so many different types of anime, you know, slice of life, the romance, action. There's this one that I was watching. What's the name of it, man? It was about this teacher. I saw it on a video that they had on Instagram. I went back and watched it. I watched a couple of episodes. Great teacher Onizuka. It was okay, but it's got so much stuff to choose from, man. It's some good stuff, man.
Oh yeah, there's just so many. I watched the episode, and I've seen this like a couple years ago, but I watched Golden Boy. You seen that one?
I cannot rightly recall, man. I ain't gonna even sit here and lie because there's so many different ones. What's it about?
You know how anime is when it comes to like young teens. You know, they see this buxom woman and stuff. Like he like 18. He gets a job at a magazine department that specializes in drawings and stuff.
Mm.
But you know, it's so over the top. You know, just watch the first episodes and you'll get the gist of it. You know,
gotcha.
He gets hired by a buxom female lady. You know, she manages the art studio, and he's you see him, he's a complete clown, a perv, and all of that. But he's quite intelligent, but you don't think it when you see him. And he does something to that they like, oh my god, you know, he's a genius and stuff. But can you take him seriously?
I gotcha. They go ahead. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
It's just one of those animes, and I will say, like, this is like my personal thing. Like growing up, I got introduced to the serious anime before I got introduced to some of the more childlike. I wouldn't even say childlike. It's just like anime that had more comedic tones and stuff like that. And I wasn't really receptive to Pokemon when that came out and that blew up in America because I was like, that's not my style of anime. I grew up seeing the Fist of the North Star, Ninja Scroll, and the Street Fighter anime movie.
Mm-hmm.
So Pokemon really wasn't my thing. And when you start seeing variations of that style of anime, I was like, that's not what I wanted. I was into the Dragon Ball Z's and watching reruns of Battle of the Planets or G-Force and stuff like that. So it took me a long time for me to really start watching some of those shows like Pokemon and stuff. And I thought Digimon was better than Pokemon.
You know, a lot of people say that, man. You know, Pokemon just took off and it spread.
Yeah, Splash, know what I'm talking about. Yeah, he's a genius, but he's so damn pervy. It's like, and that's a lot that you see in a lot of animes, man.
Bro, there's this one I saw. This was during the time that I was out, you know, convalescing from my surgery and stuff. It was called Food Wars, and the premise of the anime was really simple. It's this guy, young man, a teenager. His dad owned a cafe, and he cooked at the cafe. He got real good cooking at this cafe, so he ends up going to this prestigious food school, right? And with most anime or manga in the fashion of having several different characters, there were different characters that had certain abilities and skills. To make a long story short, Food Wars was like Iron Chef, but the dude and other people cooked food so good, when people ate it, they were having orgasms when they ate the food. Look it up. And it's crazy because, you know, the traditional buxom, you know, cuties and all this kind of stuff. And it was pervy, but at the same time, it was interesting because you wanted to see how far he can go in the cooking competition. I mean, it was cutthroat. People trying to kill folks and stuff and all kinds of stuff. It was a pretty decent one, but yeah, it was high on the perv stuff, the Master Roshi stuff.
Goku Midnight Eye, I enjoyed that. Two episode OVA, but man, those 2 episodes were really good.
There's only 2 episodes to the OVA.
Yeah, both of them are like near an hour, so it's like a 2 2 hour. If you watch it together, it's almost 2 hours.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I wish they did more with it.
Yeah, there's a series that I wish they would bring back that I liked from back then called Project Echo. That was pretty good. It was about female cyborgs and aliens and all that kind of stuff. There's a few that I would like to see redone. What's up, 90?
90, what's good? Hey,
Good.
hey. First of all, 90 is a Silver Age Sunday legend.
Yes.
He's an OG of Silver Age Sunday. Him, Davi, and Hialeah comic bro. 90's a legend. He's been out the game for a while, but he'll pop up in the chats. 90, we salute you, bro. You the man. It's great to see you here in the chat, man. Great to see you.
And if ever you want to jump on, man, you ain't got to say nothing, man. Say less. You're welcome. Welcome. He is a bulwark of the Silver Age Sunday community. So yeah, much respect to you, 90. But
and he's the one guy that I have yet to meet in the Florida crew. I was hoping one day that I can meet him and go to a con together, but I know family life has taken for him. So if we can ever link up, man, I hope we can just do it once.
That's what's up. So Sean, 90, to quote Captain Picard, make it so. Make it so. But yeah, man, anime is a good excursion from everyday life, and manga, like I said, is creeping up on me. I'm behind on some of the One Piece manga. There's like 3 or 4 volumes, and then the crazy thing about manga, it seems like for manga, man, when you buy them for a series, it's like 3 or 4 like issues in that one volume of manga, so you're actually getting more content. That's what's up. Shout out to Stone Cold Steve. If I'm not mistaken, Hialeah is in where does Lady Fantastic live?
She in Tennessee, Nashville.
Yeah, she was supposed to join us today, but she had hit me up at the last, the last minute. She hit me up while I was doing the live stream and said that Hialeah was going to be in Memphis or wherever she is. So she's probably hanging with him. So shout out to Lady Fantastic and to Raul. Oh yeah, and happy belated birthday to Candy's Comic Kid. 40 years old, man. I was there a few years ago. I was 40 once.
Yeah. We was 40 once. It was only 2 years ago for me.
I ain't gonna say how long it was for me. Screw it. I don't say it. It was 14 years for me. So time keeps on slipping into the future, but I'm glad I'm still here.
Slipping into the future. God.
Fly like an eagle into the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. Hey, we love music. You know what I'm saying? We love music, so I like a lot of stuff. Hialeah retired. Oh yeah, Hialeah retired, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah,
he was able to go hang out with Pete in his man cave in Chicago, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, man.
But hopefully, we can get some more of those guys back on for Silver Age Sunday. It'd be great if 90 could pop on once, just once. We don't need, if you can't do it consistently, we just need a special cameo appearance from 90 and a special cameo appearance from Davi. if we can get those guys to pop on, man, it would be awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, I've been sending Javi links, and I'm hoping that one day he'll just pop up and say, "Hey, Shazam, I'm here," But yeah, shout out to Javi. Let's see. Well, we do it every other Sunday, Nani. So we're staying true to that. So we won't be doing it next Sunday, but we'll be doing it the following Sunday. So somehow or another, we'll get the link to you if you are free. Just let us know. Like I said, you're more than welcome to jump on. So this is the third Sunday that we've had it going pretty strong, and yeah, we plan on continuing to do it. So
Yeah, man.
yeah, shout out to Javi for being the architect. Yeah. So man, what else you want to talk?
And 90, make sure you check out the first Silver Age Sunday if you haven't. I can't remember if you was in the chat for that, but that opening intro that Al made, collecting all the previous videos of old Silver Age Sundays, was just an awesome compilation. I even posted a separate version. I cut it out and posted it on my channel, so you can see it on my channel. The Silver Age Sunday compilation. That was an awesome, like a tribute to the old Silver Age Sunday days.
Man, I have to give credit when credit is due, man. When the show first started, I was kind of new to a lot of the folks in the comic book community. I had just met you not too long before I started watching Silver Age Sunday, or maybe after, I can't remember. But that show was the mainstay on Sundays for me, man. Didn't have nothing to do, and at that point, everything was somewhat normal in my life, and I'm like, hey, let me sit down and watch these cats talk about comic books and stuff. And it just became a routine. Every Sunday that it was on, I tried my best to be in the chat. So this show actually holds a lot of sentimental value in terms of me becoming acquainted with a lot of people in the comic book community on Instagram, man. So I much respect for everybody. You, Jeff, Halia, Stone Cold, 90, Big Shaq, anybody that actually showed up, Cookie, all y'all, man. Jeff. Yeah, I know it's a few people I'm missing. So yeah. Big ups. Big ups. But yeah, 90, whenever you have the time, bro. I know you probably got some hot fire since the last time I saw you on Silver Age Sunday. So, it's all gravy. But yeah, man. We will actually do another show. And we'll probably be more in detail. I have a few. I've showed. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to do that video. I'm gonna tell you something, man. You remember? I don't know if you remember that video that I showed you about the anime entrances, like the openings and stuff.
Yeah.
For the longest, man, I've been sitting on that video for like 3 years, and I cannot get how you do like the narration. I can't get the narration as far as what I'm gonna say right. That's the only reason why I haven't released that, because I got other videos that I want to release too. I'll check my baseball schedule. Man, 90, like I said, bro, Silver Age Sunday, man, like I stated, when it came down to it, man, it was something that I grew to really appreciate on Sundays. And I think a whole lot of other people, man, I feel the same. So a lot of people still don't know that, we brought it back up or brought it back on. But yeah, I can truly say Silver Age Sunday, man, was one of my highlights of Sundays. It really was. So you played a big part of that, sir.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely.
Yep.
But yeah, whenever you get a chance to post that video on your YouTube channel, Everything According to Al, make sure y'all subscribe to Everything According to Al on YouTube.
Please do. Please do.
But whenever you get a chance to post that video, man, I'll be looking forward to it, because one thing about anime is the fire intros and even the outros.
Ah,
Bro, sometimes I be listening to the outros and I'm like, man, this is some good ass music, man. Sometimes the outro music be different from the intro and it hits your soul with how it's presented and how
hey
it's
man,
performed.
I'm gonna do something real quick. I don't think I'm gonna get because it's on. If I do, the hell with it, man. But there's this one I really want you to hear, bro. Are you familiar with a guy named Kamasi Washington?
No, not
He's a
really.
jazz saxophonist, right?
Mm.
So he basically did the theme for that show called Lazarus. And bro, when I tell you that the music in this anime is so dope, and the opening is dope too, and you can tell that I think it's Shinichiro Watanabe. You can tell he actually did the anime. So hold on, let me do it. No. Hold on. I got YouTube Premium on one of my many YouTube channels. And I'm gonna tell you, man, to be honest with you, I really didn't care about getting YouTube Premium, but they just let everybody know in the chat. At one point, I don't know if they still got it going on, but they had a 2 month free um trial. And when I say that YouTube, hold on, when I say that YouTube Premium is worth its salt, I mean, yeah, you have to pay for it, but there ain't no ads or nothing. It's on point. And I just have to say, I hate the ads now, man. So after this 2 months, I think I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe. If you watch it, but that's only if you watch a lot of YouTube. YouTube is like
yeah, I watch a lot of YouTube, and yeah, the ads are getting longer and longer. Like it's like every time you wait for that skip button to come up, they extend the time wait to get the skip.
Right.
So it go from 29 seconds to 60 seconds, and I'm like,
yeah.
And then you hit the next button, and it goes to another ad that you gotta skip.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. But that's something that we could talk about too, man, when it comes down to like music. But I want you to check this. Hold up, this ain't the. I want to show you the intro and the music, bro. This is, and the music in the anime is just. Hold on. I'm gonna show you. This is just a song.
Sounds good so far.
Man, I'm telling you, like, let me see if I can find Lazarus opening. All right, here it is.
When it comes to, because I missed out a lot on the 2000s anime because I was working night shift at the post office around that time. So I wasn't really able to catch a lot of the anime because I also worked weekends. And at that time, I was a casual, so I was like working 6 days a week, 1 day off.
Right.
So I really didn't have much time to watch much of anything. And I missed out on a lot of that Toonami and Adult Swim, you know, in those years, like from 2003 to 2008, you know. And even after that stretch, you know, I still didn't really dive back into watching anime. You know, I would watch it here or there, but I didn't dive back into it fully. And it took a while. You know, I got back into comics in 2013, 14. And anime I started rewatching about maybe 2016, 17. You know, but I didn't watch a whole lot until like maybe 2018 when I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna watch a lot more anime and stuff. And there was still things that I missed out. So, you know, that's one of the blessings of YouTube. a
Yep.
lot of anime is on YouTube. You ain't got to subscribe to the Crunchyroll and stuff like
Yep.
that. So I was like, I'm just gonna build an anime playlist that I haven't built in a while. You know, like I added some anime, but then I kind of fell off with it. And it wasn't until last year I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get back into watching more anime on YouTube and just adding it to that playlist. And then I was like, you know what, I need to get some Blu-rays or DVDs or whatever, and I just say, because you can't trust streaming.
Oh,
You can't trust streaming because you never know how long something's going to be up on streaming, and they might take it down whenever they feel need to. And I'm like, you know what? I still want to own a copy. I still want to own a physical copy of my anime or my movies, any shows. Little 90 is into Avatar, Ben 10, Pokemon.
the Omnitrix.
So,
I
you
was
know.
into that Ben 10, I can't lie. Go ahead, Sean.
Huh?
I'm sorry. Now, I said I was into that Ben 10. I can't lie.
Yeah, so over these last couple of years, I've just been watching a lot more anime, and a lot of it was due to I was back working nights like I was, and I had a lot of free time on my hands because, you know, outside of, you know, unloading the truck, there was time where I wasn't really doing much, so I was like, let me watch some anime or let me watch a movie, you know, and I was able to watch a lot of that stuff. So it really took over these last couple of years, and now I'm like hardcore into watching anime.
Hey man, I don't blame you because, like I said, bro, I'm watching it as often as I can, as the day and as my time allows, because you know there's only so much time in the day. But when I get my opportunity, I will watch it. You know, we will most definitely. You gave me an idea for something pertaining to the anime live stream. I'll share with you backstage. I think you'll like it. But yeah, man, it's an art form, man. It's a form of media that I find a lot of enjoyment, you know. And like you were saying, the entrances and the outros, like one of the outros that I think of quite often would be for Samurai Champloo. It's one, man. I got the soundtrack and it's dope too, man. So yeah, we need to explore that when we talk about the manga episode too.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, like, because Egro Proxy is done by the same company that did Samurai.
Champloo?
Yeah, Samurai Champloo. So I was like, man, I want to watch Samurai Champloo after I finish rewatching Egro Proxy.
Yeah, Samurai Champloo, man. I got the Blu-ray. It was one of the ones that I didn't pick up. To me, that's one of my favorites too. If I had to put a list together in terms of anyone, like if it's a first timer, you know, whether they be, you know, Gen X, Gen Z, millennial, you've never watched anime, that would be one of the ones I would suggest. Samurai Champloo. That whole the motif of that series, from the animation to the voice acting, both the dub and the sub, and the music. Shout out to Nujibus, rest in peace, him and Shingo. 002, that intro, you heard the intro for Samurai Champloo, right? Yeah. Oh my god,
I love Nubulus.
Yeah, man, that's one of my favorite all-time. Yeah, and Afro Samurai, that's another one, man. It's a slept on one because it came out back in the mid 2000s, but bro, I was looking for that one too, because you know they had the mini series, and then they had one or two OVAs after the series was up. I can't remember specifically, man, but that was a good one. The RZA did the soundtrack for Afro Samurai, so that's a real good one.
Yeah,
real good one. But yeah, man, we'll have a comprehensive anime live stream, man. We'll talk about all that kind of stuff. Is Jason the anime?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, he's in the anime. I don't know, he ain't show up yet, so I don't know if he's coming on.
It's all good. It is all good, man. But yeah.
But the mightiest 2-man panel, we held it down for Silver
Yeah,
A Sunday. Man.
yeah, we did. I had no doubt that we would hold it down. POP.
As soon as I popped in, I alleviate the little stress you had. Like, man, who's gonna show up? Am I gonna do this 1-man solo show?
Hey man, I was willing to do it because, like I said, bro, we set out to do it every other Sunday, man. So even if it wasn't but 30 minutes, I would do a recap on an old episode of Brady Bunch if I had to, But I was gonna do a show regardless. Do
Hey,
y'all prefer Twix or Milky Way candy bars? Start asking questions.
and you want to talk about Brady Bunch? This is YouTube channel that streams old Nick at Night stuff, and I'm like, man, all the Nick at Night shows. I Love Lucy, Bewitched, and stuff. I like. Don't get me started with the old school 50s and 60s shows.
Bro, one of my favorite shows from back in the day is the Mod Squad. And
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched it in a long time, man. I used to always that and the Hawaii Five-0 from back then. I think what it was the music that kind of attracted me to those shows. But I used to watch Link and them all the time with the Mod Squad, man. It wasn't George Sanford Brown. Might have been him. I can't remember. But yeah, man, that's something else we could talk about, man. The art of television is pretty much gone the way of the dinosaur. And it's funny because we had talked about on the Comic Hall crew about streaming services, and that's one reason why I actually decided to I've been buying this stuff for a long time, but even still now, man, just having your own Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, those are some really good ones, especially Cowboy Bebop. If you like Cowboy Bebop, 90, put Samurai Champloo on your list because again, it's directed by the same guy that directed Cowboy Bebop, and that intro that I showed just now, that Lazarus show, that's made by the studio behind Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo. So yeah, put them on your list, man, if you get back into it. But yeah, the whole thing, man, and it's crazy, and it's funny you should say that, man, because the issue of ownership now is really starting to creep up, especially when it comes down to video games. We've had shows about that too, where now it's getting more prevalent. People are starting to see the stuff that we had been talking about a couple years back in terms of the streaming services. Man, I don't trust the streaming service as far as I could throw their data center. And there's certain things like serious business. And I'm gonna tell this story real quick. Back in the PlayStation 3 days, Sony had it set up. The late PlayStation 3, early PlayStation 4, they had it set up to where you could buy media, as far as episodes and stuff, and you could save it to your PlayStation and you could play it whenever. There were two shows that I actually bought. I actually bought the whole first season of the Boondocks back then. And then I bought a couple of episodes of that show called Powers. A lot of people don't remember that show. But it was a show called Powers, just like it was kind of like The Boys almost, but it wasn't as extreme. And somehow something happened with the contract that Sony had with, I think it might have been Amazon at the time, or Sony. I know Sony owns the rights to the Boondocks. I lost them. And there was no recourse, like, well, we're sorry, we'll refund your money back, blah blah blah. None of that. I paid $20 for the first season of the Boondocks. That was just money wasted. And it's like, you look at that and you look at the state of affairs now when it comes down to all these streaming services and stuff, and there is no guarantee that one of your favorite shows that you grew up on or that you recently found, you're going to have access to that show via streaming services, because at any point they could just wipe the slate clean, lose the license.
Y'all talked about it yesterday. How much people now miss the WWE network?
Right.
Where we had all of it right there on that platform. And then as soon as they ended it and broke everything up and put it onto different platforms, it's like, It's ridiculous.
Yep. And they're charging more now than what they were charging for the WWE network. You had ECW, you had WWE, you had WCW stuff. You had everything that they had, but now they spread between Peacock and ESPN and Tubi and all this kind of stuff, man. The load of streaming services are now getting to the point to where it used to be the whole calling card that, hey, sign up for this service. It's cheaper than cable. You can get all your favorite movies and shows for $9.99 a month. Netflix used to be $6.99.
Well,
Now,
I just saw a post on Instagram that showed through the years of Netflix prices increasing. And it's like, man, what happened to the glory days of us paying like $7.99 for a Netflix subscription?
man, they knew at that point that it was sustainable, but it was only sustainable until they figured out they could fleece people for more money. And then once they found that out, then they started using excuses. Well, Netflix creates their own content, but they don't have they have their own original shows. I get it. So you have to have money to offset the cost of the productions of these shows. I get it. But at the same time, if you're Netflix and you're paying Netflix, I don't know, maybe $19 a month, Netflix limits you to be able to stream that streaming service on one, maybe two TVs, and you might have 3 or 4 TVs, and you have to pay extra to stream on those TVs when the internet is coming through everywhere in your house. I mean, that's crazy. And then on top of the fact, you got Netflix, you got Paramount, you got Amazon Prime. If you were to subscribe to all these services, at some point, it's going to be the equivalent of having cable at its top tier price. And it's still no guarantee you're going to be able to watch everything that you want to watch. That's why I don't have a problem, man. And I'm working on a video about that, about physical media, because I would rather own the stuff that I really like to watch, as opposed to be concerned that if I'm watching a specific show, it's going to be gone because they don't want to air it no more. They lose the rights and stuff. And that's why a lot of people, man, and people look at them. That's why a lot of people are starting to turn back to them internet seeds, man. Yo ho ho and a ball of rum. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I'm just being real. Like, people are getting tired of it. It's like, you said you were going to be reasonably priced. And with the fares that's going on in the world today, man, people are trying to find ways to pinch pennies. Everybody can't have every top tier. And then I'm gonna tell you another okie doke that they gave us too. One of the selling points of the streaming services was like, yeah, it's ad free. You ain't gotta worry about commercials. Now you could pay a top tier. You could pay top tier for various streaming services, and you still get ads. So what's the point?
And to be honest, watching these retro channels, those retro Saturday morning cartoon channels stuff, I get more enjoyment watching old commercials than I get these modern commercials. Because I'm like, I'd rather the whatchamacallit candy bar pop up on my screen, and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, what up, Donnie?
Hey man, I'm gonna put it to you like this, bro. If and I'm gonna say it like this in a Da Vinci Code, well, I'm gonna say it straight up. You get me, if you could get me a 1 terabyte hard drive. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope you can actually fill in the blanks. If you give me a 1 terabyte hard drive,
it's a pirate's life for me.
Oh, I'm talking about One Piece style, bro. We out on the high seas looking for the One Piece, bro.
That's it.
But yeah, man. I mean, when it comes down to it, it's driving people back to piracy, bro. And I know a lot of people don't want to do it, but you sitting here telling me that I get these 4 streaming services and I have to pay for everything. I got to pay extra to have it in more than one on one TV. I got to pay extra for having it without ads. It's like,
and don't get me started with Amazon with their increased pay on the high definition tier. Oh, if you want to watch this in the highest quality, you got to pay extra.
At this point, what they're doing, man, they're just cherry picking stuff that they know they could cherry pick for, because they're nickel and that's the literal definition of nickel and diming somebody. When you start charging people for the fidelity of the broadcast that you're broadcasting. So God forbid if we come out with a 16K at some point, because they were already at 8K, bro, you're gonna pay about $400 just to watch the boys. You know, the blood that's flying off of Homelander's fist and the Billy Butcher's face is gonna cost you money. Like, to see it in high definition, man, it's crazy.
Have me reverting back to 480p.
Bro, I had Joker reverting back the antennas with the aluminum foil wrapped around a metal clothing. Hey, look, I'm old enough to remember back in the day, bro. You had to do what you could to get that TV signal in, man.
I know, right?
Bro, and I guess they forget that you got people that are still alive that experienced that. Bro, we only had 3 channels, and we survived off of 3 channels.
Yep.
Not saying I would do that now, but I'm just saying, like, bro, we are the generation of dial-up, bro. Like, you had to use dial-up to get on the internet, man.
Hey, we had TVs back then that lasted longer than TVs today.
Bro, man, you got TVs back then, bro. They can be in a head-on collision with a car today and destroy a car today. Like a new 2020 something, bro. I'm telling you, man, them TVs were built to last.
Hey, what Tony Baker called them? Them big booty TVs.
Right, the big booty TVs.
That one dude picked up TV, he got folded. He got folded, man. That TV landed on.
Hey, man, them TVs were made of sterner stuff back then. They were Asgardian TVs, bro. TVs are the gods, man. Them, I mean, seriously, man, especially the floor model TVs, bro. Them things were like, it took 2 people, man, for real.
Yeah.
Like, them things were heavy. They were heavier than washing machines, man. Like, nah, bro.
Dude thought he could pick that thing up, boy. Man, that TV said, nope.
Yo,
not gonna work for me, brother.
Not today. That TV treated him like Mjolnir did. You got to be worthy to pick this TV up, bro. Hey, man, shout out to Curtis Mathis and Quasar. We had a Quasar floor model TV, man. Hey, man. Memories of youth, bro.
So let me ask you this question. How many issues of X-Men you need again outside of Giant Size? Just 2?
Actually, outside of Giant Size, 1.
The first issue.
Yep. I get issue 1 and I had a full series, and then Giant Size will complete everything. So I saw the trailer for that, man. That's the same movie made by the folks that made The Raid, right?
Yeah, if it's the same people that did The Raid, I'll have to definitely check this out.
I believe it is, man. I've seen some clips of it on YouTube. It looks very high octane and very gory. Yep. The Raid, man.
Raid was something else. I remember when me and VV talked about the 2 movies, man.
Yeah.
And speaking of VV, I asked him, and he said he spoke to you about, potentially him joining on the show.
Oh yeah, man. I reached out to a lot of people, man. He was one. So shout out to VV. So whenever he's free, I don't know what his schedule looks like on Sunday, man. But since we do it earlier in the day, I kind of figured he might be able to catch it. Cause I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're a few hours ahead of us, and he's in Vienna, Austria.
Yeah, he's in Austria.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it's probably close to the evening, if not nighttime there. But yeah, he's man. Like I said, I reached out to a lot of people. Anybody that I have seen that I know. Now, there's some people that I don't have, that we're not friends or I follow on Instagram. But yeah, I reached out to VV. Of course, I reached out to Lady Fantastic. A few other people, man. The Raid is the truth. That truth, that alone, is because I want to see this movie. Yeah, man. Yeah, when I saw that that it was made by the developers or directors of the Raid, That would be one worth one. Good, I can't talk. That will be one worth watching. So yeah. But yeah, man, I only need X-Men 1. Oh, look at here, look at here.
What's going on, guys?
Happy birthday, Cantonese comic here.
Thank you, sir.
Hey
How
man,
was your day, man?
It wasn't bad. It was birthday was Monday last week, so
Yeah.
I had fun.
I know you guys. You hung out today, right?
Yeah,
where they take you?
all over the place. Gray Street, Tim's, and Mighty Quinn's.
That's a new shop, or that been around?
No, the Mighty Quinn's one is a barbecue place.
Oh, nice.
Jeff, you ate real good today, man.
Is that the one with the mac and cheese that
Yeah.
Brian? Oh
Yeah.
man,
The famous U-turn.
y'all should have told me y'all was going out. I would have came down there just for the food alone.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man.
Hey Jeff, real quick, man. I haven't forgot about you. I've had a whole bunch of stuff going on.
No worries.
I started working on them yesterday. That's
Yeah.
good news.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have them to you this week.
Yeah, no worries. I have an idea for them. That's why I didn't. It doesn't matter how long you're gonna take. I have some have some ideas for that stuff. So,
Hey man,
you'll
I
see.
got my fingers up, man. I'm admiring. I can see the veins in my hands, man. I'm losing. Hey man, it's good to have you on, man. You know, Sean and I have been talking about. We've been holding it down for anime, and all, and streaming services and all that kind of crap.
So I thought about the one, the one that plays Miss All Sunday in One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking she could play a pretty decent Vampirella. I thought when I saw her in it.
Oh, you talking about the one that plays? Oh well, yeah, she's Robin. Yeah, she would be. I think she'd be pretty. Yeah.
I saw her and I'm like, that pretty much fits the person, like the description of what she would be, kind of.
Because Miss On Sunday is very ruthless in One Piece.
Yeah.
She is ruthless. So.
And I thought about it, and I saw her. I'm like, yeah. And then I was thinking Nami could play her sister, could play Draculina.
Emily Rudd.
Yeah. I thought about that. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And then because I put the questionnaire out there of who would you guys want to see as her, you know what I mean? Who, if you guys had to choose for Vampirella, for I always put like polls and stuff up for Vampirella book club or whatever, and a bunch of people put some really cool answers in, and then but Pete asked me the greatest question out of it: who would I want to direct it? Who I would want to star in it? The director, well, you guys would laugh. I thought Jordan Peele for if I really want.
He might be able to make something work for that, man.
Yeah.
Jordan Peele is pretty good director.
Jordan Peele would probably.
Yeah, but that's that's this part. It's gonna cost a little bit, but yeah, I thought about Jordan Peele, and then the other one was James Wan, since he's doing the Mummy one, and I thought that Mummy horror movie coming out. James
I just saw the trailer to that.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question. Is that the same Mummy movie that what's his face is coming back to do?
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah,
No.
Brendan Fraser.
This is a horror one. This is it's a twist. What I've heard about it. It's a freaking bunch. It's interesting. Let's just say that the synopsis of this movie is pretty interesting.
Because I read he was coming back for another Mummy movie.
Yeah.
But I thought it was that one.
No. It's the actual his Mummy from the 90s. It's an actual continuation of that one. I think he's a grandpa now or something like that, or that's what I hear.
I'm glad to see that he's coming back, man, because I'm gonna be real with you. Them Scorpion King movies after the first one, absolute garbage, man.
You mean the sequels to Scorpion King, right?
Yes.
That's straight to DVD. the straight to streaming.
One of them had an MMA fighter in it. I can't remember.
Yeah, Randy Couture.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah, Couture was in that one.
And I think Batista was in the third one, right?
Yeah, Batista was in one. Dude, a bunch of wrestlers were in.
Hey man, the quote Matt Odom, main doo-doo stain, man. I'm talking about. I did not like them at all. Scorpion King was pretty good, man, but the daggum CGI, bro, that movie is very hard to watch nowadays. Very
because of that CGI in it.
Oh my god, it's like playing a PlayStation game. It's like, can I get through this? I want to play it, but these polygons hurt my eyes, you know.
Well, in Blade 2, when he fought old girl in front of the spotlights.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was straight out of a video game. That was like Mortal Kombat CGI. I was every time that fight scene come up, I was like, is this Mortal Kombat video game?
Hey, Sean, you know, with all things regarding that movie, man, you gotta learn how to channel your animality, man. That's what you got.
I love Blade 2, man. It's the best of the Blade trilogy.
Blade 2 was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That Blade 3 though. I saw Triple H pedigree somebody. Nah, it's a wrap, bro. He didn't even why is he even in this movie, man? Like, really? Triple H is pedigreeing. What did he pedigree? A vampire or something? Like, I can't.
No, Ryan Reynolds. I think he tried to pedigree Ryan Reynolds. That's who he was trying to pedigree.
Yeah, his acting career was very short lived, and I can appreciate that.
Well, he did 2 movies. He did that one, and he did a family friendly type movie.
That was under WWE Studios, so of course he was able to do that.
Yeah, he did 2.
What's up, Kenneth Bird? Hey, hold on, y'all. I'll be right back.
All right.
Hey, you gotta play a commercial.
Hey, you know what? I play a commercial. Matter of fact, hold on. I pull one out of the archives. Hold on.
It's time to take a commercial break.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I'm gonna play a commercial break that I played from last night. Hold on.
Oh no.
Those that's in the chat, we did a WrestleMania live stream with my homie. And I'm gonna show one of these right here, man. That ain't the one you think, Sean, but I'm gonna show. Hold up, you know what? I will show that one. Hold on. Give me a second.
Hulk Hogan.
Like I told him last night, bro. That dude just said 2 minutes of nothing. Man, you listen to that promo, and it's like he literally did not say. He started talking about pilots and kicking them out, and I'm like, hold on, where's this dude going with this promo, man? Like,
how can you kick the pilots out? You in the air? You take the whole plane and nosedive it.
You willing to kill everybody? You willing to kill everybody on the plane, man, just because you want to kick Hulk Hogan's ass? I mean, that is kind of like, that's a dish to give, you ask me, man. So I'm like, but yo,
hey, Larry.
That man said absolutely nothing. Hey man, that was some good stuff. Like Larry said last night, that was that same. He shared the same Coke supply that Rick James had, or something, man.
Yeah, that Coke came pure, straight off the boat.
Columbia
and steroids, man.
Hey, when you mix cocaine and steroids, you get what Prop Joe said in the Y. That good raw shit.
I'm telling you, man. It's crazy, man. So, just what you get for your birthday, man?
I got her surprised actually, because I was looking for this book at MegaCon, and Steve always does. Steve freaking got the Wheeljack Vampirella. I finally got a Wheeljack cover. Finally, yeah. Finally got this Wheeljack cover. I was talking to him about it. He didn't say they got it, so I'm me and him were talking. I go, dude, I really wanted this cover, but I knew when I went on Sunday I wasn't gonna get it. Because on Thursday it sold out finally. So 666 copies.
Oh wow. Which one is that one?
This is Vampirella. It's the Christopher Caprice run. It's issue 9 of that run.
Right, but what number is it of the 660 copies?
255.
Okay.
Yep. So, yeah, but me, you, Matt, and everybody know these things don't. It's not only 666 copies. There's a because they got a couple of hundred and whatnot. They got a couple hundred here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you got me a Betty Page book.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been had this one for me for a while, and then he got me a Lucio Perillo art book.
That bear rug is living the life.
Yeah.
That bear looks like he's in a state of euphoria. Hey, put that back up again.
Which one, the bear one or
that one?
The bear one?
That bear like he talk like Booker T. Oh yeah, man.
he's straight gooning.
Gooning, boy. Yeah. He gooning. Man,
he like,
cold.
He like yes, rub my head.
Yeah. Right. And then I got something in the mail this week. I know Sean and you would probably get a pretty good. Actually, Sean would get a pretty good kick out of, and Pete and everybody. So this is the Joe Jusco special, nice. the book of Jusco, his art book, or his collector's edition art.
Hold up, that's not a photo.
It's his paint. It's one of his paintings.
Get out of here!
Yeah.
Wow. That looks like a photo.
Yeah, and then this is the book. This is the collector's edition. Not no title, no.
Oh, you showed that on Instagram this week, didn't you? Yeah.
Yep. I said, "What's in the box?" I like doing those. And then when you open up, it's a signed edition by him, and it's issue 269 out of 300.
Nice.
Yep. That's what's up, man. Is that Shadow the Sheep Devil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's Vampirella. There's Vampirellas he's done. There's like personal editions of Vampirella, like commissions of Vampirella he's done that they show off in here. There's all kinds of neat other stuff that he's done. They show off that a lot of people don't know he did. He's been doing a lot of Tarzan books, like the paperbacks.
When it comes to hearing the name Tarzan, like Tarzan is iconic as a character. Yeah. But I think of what The Rock said about Triple H. He's like, here's a guy that looks like Tarzan, but wrestles like Jane. Speaking of which, like, I was gonna use this as my closer, but I had 2 books. But yeah, the Joe Jusko Sonic Savage Soul Conan enjoying himself there.
Yeah, I remember we got a Javi the what was it, the print of that cover too.
Yeah. I got another book to show the close out, man. But that's pretty awesome, Jeff.
Yeah, and then Brian bought lunch. Yeah.
So is this you and Brian?
Brian, and Steve.
And y'all went to see Tim, man. I'm like, man, I need to get back down there, man.
Yeah. Well, October, man. We just got to plan out October. I know there's a little small con. That small con you went to last time in October, and Al, you're all you and Matt and everybody are always welcome to come down in October, and best time to come down. It's cooler. It's not as hot.
Oh, yeah, like we did 2 years ago. Yeah, that might be looking better for me, man. Because as of right now, I might have to pull out of Heroes Con. So
it's just like last year, man. And I was just talking to Jace about this. Like, I was all in to go to Heroes Con last year, and then slowly people start pulling out. And then Pete sent me that message like, "Yo, you still going to Heroes Con?" Like, yeah, I got my tickets. I'm like, well, Steve and Hialeah and those guys, they ain't going.
Yeah, they had stuff come up because So everybody gets the, you never know. Even if we do plan it out, it's like shit happens, So it's like,
And I was like, man, that was like the beginning, the domino effect. Not getting to go to Heroes Con, and then everything else happened to me after that. It's like, man, 2025 was just not a good year overall.
Right.
I would tend to agree with that, sir. I mean, it was a good year, but for me, it wasn't a good year in terms of my wallet.
Yeah. No, nobody's wallet.
Yeah.
Nobody's wallet.
I would concur with that, man.
Yeah, nobody's wallet.
Yeah, man. So you having your show tonight?
Yep, Vampirella Book Club, and we're going over issue 40. Well, episode 45, 44. So it's getting good. It's always good, but I always have fun with the guys.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. How many more issues are y'all going through?
All 113.
Okay.
Yeah. If they're willing and able to, and if they're willing to have me, all 113.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah. But like I said, I have plans for the voiceovers and stuff. I have some ideas. You've seen the first generation of that idea when we did it the first time, and when we used it for Instagram and TikTok and all that other stuff. So I have an updated idea for it. So
Okay.
Yeah,
man. But I haven't forgot about you, man. Like I said,
no worries. But like I said, take your time. As much time as you need, because I have you're giving me enough time to plan out the idea more. So you're giving me more leg room to to make it excellent, to make it bigger and better than before.
That's cool. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So any other cons down there anytime soon?
I know there's something probably in October, August. I know there's one, and I know there's little ones going on today. And there's one in Melbourne right now in your neck of the woods, Sean.
It ain't my neck of the woods.
I'm just saying it's up that way.
The Tampa Bay Toy and Comic Con. I've been seeing that stuff show up on Facebook.
That is like the Kissimmee one. You remember that Kissimmee one we went to? Yeah. Similar setup. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember the first time we went there, because we went to that show the same day as the last time we went to Ybor City.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good show.
Yeah, and then there's the Ybor City one or not Ybor City anymore, but where Shurik and all them run this with the one in October. It's the Brandon show came down for.
I still haven't been to Shurik's new place in Planet City.
Yeah, so we gotta. Yeah, so next time you come down this way, in October next. So next time you come down in October, when Pete and everybody come down, we just gotta plan it out a little bit. That's all. Oh, we still got a little bit of ways to go, and then the other one, I'll talk to you about off air, but we were planning to do something else.
Yeah, and I know we still gotta make a plan to hang out with Israel, Old Man Spider, at his place.
Yeah, so, and then we were thinking to go up and see Hialeah and all them that way. Since we have
90 was in the chat.
Yeah. So we haven't been down that way.
Ain't he in Port St. Lucie now?
I think so. Yeah, but we haven't been down. Just in general, we haven't been down towards them in a couple of years. At least a couple of years. At least since we first started hanging out was the last time me and Steve went down. No, because I still remember driving down with Steve that one time. Dude, got off work, handed me a freaking white monster. You remember, I told you, we told you this. Hands me a white monster, goes, "Here, you drive." Okay. drink that damn thing, drink half of it, and then drink the rest of it when we get to that comic show. I see a freaking Vampirella. Well, they told you Vampirella won, Evil Ernie won. I'm running back and forth. The guy goes, "Oh, I'm not taking cash for this and that." And I'm like, "Okay." The other guy goes, "Oh, I'll take cash and a couple of $10 books." Okay, so everybody handed me like a $5 book each. That's how I ended up getting that Evil Ernie in the kit back here in the case.
Yeah, man, that was pretty awesome.
Dude,
man.
that whole set came from Miami, pretty much, except for
I
one.
remember that.
Yeah, except for one book. One book didn't
I'm
come
trying
from
to
Miami.
think. That was a Silver Age Sunday you talked about that, or my show?
Your show, one of your shows, I think. I talked on that both. I think I talked on your show and a Silver Age Sunday because we brought up the old days or something like that. I still can't, dude. Running back and forth. I'm running back and Steve goes, "I've never seen so much smoke come out of Jeff's feet going running back and forth." Because it's two books I wanted at the time. It was Vampy 1 because I never seen a Vampy 1 in person. You know what I mean? In actual like raw and actually in person. I'm like, that was the first time when we went down to that Miami show. I'm like, damn, two books that I want. Which one?
But I know when 90 was in the chat, I told him, man, like, you the one guy that I have yet to meet. For the crew.
Yeah,
and hopefully we can make that happen, man. Like,
we were talking about it just now, when I was hanging out with Steven, then we were talking about going down towards that way. So we were talking about it. So
yeah, like
we just gotta plan it out, like everybody, like we all say, we just gotta plan that stuff out.
And hopefully, like, one of these days, me and Al was talking. It's like, especially when 90 was on, it's like, man, if 90 can have some free time on a Sunday, come hang out with us on here.
Yeah,
if Hialeah, if ever he has an opportunity to jump on, because he hasn't been on none of the Silver Age Sunday returns.
Yeah,
and I know his things are like busy. He's probably with the wife and stuff. So I respect that. And Steve has probably been, doing things. I don't know if he's able to jump on if he's home now.
I sent him the link already. So I know he looked in the chat too, and I sent him the link. But yeah, maybe send him a link in email. Maybe it'd be easier for him. But I sent him one. So
yeah, and of course we talk about Hobby, man.
Yeah, he's the originator, and he's the original person that all of them originally came up with the idea, but but he's the one that started it.
So we would love to have him on whenever he have the opportunity.
His music thing's seems to be going pretty well.
Hey, he can come on Silver Age Sunday, show some books, and then give us a musical edition. Play the guitar.
Play the guitar like he did when me and him were in that cover challenge. You remember?
Yes.
I showed the Zombie King book, and then like, you can't show the inside of the book.
Hobby's in a band, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
It made me laugh because he goes 90 and freaking what was it? Comic Head go, you can't show the interior. Oh, they argued about, can he show the interior? And then 90 goes, yeah, you can show the interior of the book.
Hey, it's art, man.
Yeah, it's art. There's something with a cow, but that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say the rest of it.
But yeah, those are some good times. I remember those battles on 90's channel, man.
I missed those. Those were fun.
Those were very fun, man. Did Biggie Shack with his?
Oh yeah, what him and Hialeah what was it? Was it Hialeah comic, bro?
Like Biggie Shack, he was showing the most risque covers.
Yeah, and his and Hialeah's daughter was there, and her friend at the time. You remember?
Oh man. Hey, Al, you said you reached out to Biggie Shack?
I don't think I did. I forgot about him. My bad.
You know,
No, I didn't. I didn't.
reach out to him as well, man, because he another one that made appearance on Sylvie Sunday. He was in that compilation and stuff, and Biggie Shack was instrumental in a lot of our old videos, man. When I used to do the live stream,
he would pop in every once in a while. Yeah,
and I know I haven't been on any of his lives. I don't really do the chats as much. You know, I just watch the videos.
I think I've done church. They call it the thing church every Sunday.
Yeah, Bleeker's combo.
Yeah, Bleeker's church thing. I've done it a couple times. I've done it like once or twice.
I've been on that twice.
Yeah, I've done it. Yeah, I think I've done it twice too. Like 2 times you weren't on. Those are the 2 times I came on. So I was like, yeah, but they go for at least a couple hours. They go for 3, 4, 5, 6. I saw one for 6 hours a day.
They might still be live, man.
Yeah,
because they be going long. Then people talk about my show used to go long and stuff. I'm like, oh, the comic book church be going like 6 hours and shit.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
What was this again?
Yeah, we
comic
started
book
it.
Church.
Yeah, comic book church.
By Bleeker Street Comic.
Comic book church.
Yeah, that's his live.
Yeah, I remember Bleeker. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm like, oh, okay.
And you say he goes 7 hours?
Yep, they still live, man.
Yep. So yeah, they started at I think 10 o'clock our time. Yeah, I think
probably about 10:30 or something like that.
Yeah, 10:30 or something, and they're still going.
He's in Canada, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Biggie Shack is on there now.
Mm-hmm.
And what did they call it again?
Huh?
What did they call it?
Comic Book Church is the name. And, you know, it's the Bleeker Street Comics. That's his YouTube channel.
Yeah, but there was you remember there was nothing on Sunday before. It was only Silver Age Sunday at the time. You remember? There was nothing on Sunday, and then it was us. And then a week left, and then they took over pretty much the spot.
Yep,
that's always how it happens. The older heads retire, and the newer heads take over.
Always.
Yeah, always.
Like some of the live streams that I used to watch.
Yeah.
Of YouTube channels, like Our Fellow Thoughts.
Yeah.
Back with Sleepy Rita.
Yeah.
He still goes. He still does videos, but he was on a lot of those old stuff back in the Google Plus days.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember. You remember the first? I remember the first time trying to come on and didn't know how to use it. And John's friends, John helped me out with it. John hit me up, goes, "Hey, you need help with this?" I go, "Sure." I don't know how to get on. I don't know how to do these lives.
Yeah. And I started once it became StreamYard.
Yeah.
That's when I started doing the live. Because remember, when y'all was doing y'all Sylvie Sunday, when y'all first brought me on, I think it was
your
during
first
the StreamYard.
Yeah, it was StreamYard. Yes, first time StreamYard was getting used, and then you were the first. Yeah, you were the first appearance on our channel, and then I still remember Rod got mad. Rod goes, "You're supposed to be appearing on my channel first."
Yeah, he was like, he was like, "You are going to be on my live.
Yeah,
I'm starting you out."
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it was funny.
Those
man.
are fun times, man.
Yeah.
All this happened before COVID,
Yep.
and you know we was just doing those live streams, and we just had a ball.
Yeah, we were hanging out, just bullshit because I didn't know other people did this. You know what I mean? I knew about you, everybody else, but I knew like Jim Mint and Tom and all them before all the little channels. And now I know I watch all these other channels, all these little ones.
And I've been watching comic book YouTube channels since 2013, 14.
Yep.
When back when the comic book fanatics they used to have Sunday nights.
Yeah.
They do their Sunday night stream, and I used to watch them. Of course, TiVo, rest in peace, TiVo.
Yep.
Al, you see what I'm wearing?
Yeah, TiVo. Yep, the TiVo shirt.
Lords of the Long Box. You're muted.
You're muted.
Lords of the Long Box. That's what I said. I'm sorry. Darn it, mute button.
Yeah, I watch TiVo a lot,
Yeah.
and other channels like our fellow thoughts used to do this Saturday night roundtable where they get together and talk the new comics that came out that week.
Yeah.
And
then
another person I miss is Ghost Critic. I don't know if you know him, but he was from the UK, and I used to love watching his haul videos on Wednesday and his review video on Friday. And he did like a lot of community videos where they all they talk, different members talk an issue of Watchmen. Like he would do the first issue, somebody does the second issue, somebody does the third issue and stuff, and each member of the community would do that. And that was my introduction to the comic book community on YouTube at that time period.
Yeah, dude, it's grown since then, man. It's now there's little groups of us, you know what I mean? It's like little groups and stuff of us. So it's kind of funny.
Yeah, another one was the comic book aficionados, man. I loved those guys.
Yeah.
Do they still do that show with what's his name? The one that came on Friday nights.
Rob? Not near
no, he's still doing his. It was the competition show where they the cover show. I cannot remember the name of it.
No, the wrestling one. The
wrestling one. Yeah.
Oh, Tony Sanders.
Yeah. Sanders he does. It's not as consistent as before, but
yeah, he
still does.
Consistent. Like he be taking some breaks,
but he still does. I've seen it a couple of times. Where Bleecker came on as one of Bleecker. I think so. I saw that Biggie Shack came on. Some other new guys came on with their characters and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was a fun show to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't really
had their characters.
Yeah, I haven't really been watching it consistently over the last few years.
Yeah, I haven't. I just periodically pop in on them and say what's up to them and pop back out. Yeah,
but yeah, there was a lot of content, a lot of shows. I'd rather watch shows like that that either have fun with comic books or that actually talk about the comic book stories and with a group of people, as opposed to all the speculation stuff and talking about all these variant covers and stuff like that. I'd rather just people talk about the books.
That's where the Vampirella book club idea came from was from the X-Men one that John does. That's where it came from. The idea came from.
Well, yeah, because he does the Omni.
Yeah.
So, which to be honest, I've been following the Omni Bros, the Omnibus Collectors Network. With Omni Dog, Riley Mo, and hardcover reviews. I still call him hardcover reviews. He's not even called that no more. But but yeah, I've been watching a lot of those guys, and that's why I bought a lot of the omnibuses. Yeah, and hardcovers from their recommendations, along with Our Fellow Thoughts, because Our Fellow Thoughts put me on, because I read Hellboy, but I didn't read BPRD. And when he talked about Plague the Frogs, I was like, I got to read this.
Right.
And that's when I read that stuff, and I was like, man, this shit is amazing. I started buying more of the Magnolaverse, because I was mainly just focused on Hellboy, picking up some single issues of Hellboy, but I didn't get into the rest of the Magnolaverse. And so when he was talking about BPRD, that's when I dived into that, and I was like, man, I should have read this years ago, because I love this universe.
Right. Yeah, but you never know, man. It's like we pick up so much stuff, so much shit anyway. Sometimes it's like, it's like, oh, I gotta read this. Shit, I'm freaking behind 3 issues, 4 issues. You're like, damn it. But like my thing is, I'm like my thing with the Vampirella Priest run is, like you said, that stuff has to get collected first before. I think collecting it and reading it in collected form is going to be
better.
better. Yeah, because Priest's writing is better that way. I think,
especially with them relaunching Vampirella again at number
again.
Like y'all did that last year.
Yeah, but you want to hear something funny? It's still going by freaking the
I know. It's the legacy number, but they want to get the number one sales.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, stop doing that because it's not actual number one. Because
and it's not. You still got Priest writing it.
Yeah.
So why are you relaunching it when you still got the same writer?
Mm-hmm. That drives me crazy, man. It's like, what the hell, man? I'm like, and then I read one. I read that, you know, when they relaunched it to go to 700, when they relaunched that one at number one, I'm reading it. I'm like, dude, it's just the previous issue.
That's why you can't get new readers into the book,
right?
When you got the same writer that's continuing from the previous runs,
right? Or do it like the old school magazine way, where have him take a break and then have other two guys, you know, write something different.
And that's why when we was talking about anime and manga earlier, one thing about manga is that it's the same writer who also does the art. So you don't have to worry about somebody else writing it because it's the creator who created the series is writing it. And he's going to write it from beginning to end.
Yeah, like One Piece is still going and it's still not at the end yet. It's almost, but it's not there yet. He said he's almost there. He's not there yet.
Yeah, so it's like I don't need Vampirella relaunch like 5-6 times, but yet keep the same writer.
Yeah, but you keep Priest on. It's like, dude, at least give Priest a break and have somebody else write it for a little bit. You know, or
like Priest has done a great job. He's probably the longest running Vampirella writer.
Yeah. Because, well, if you count the magazines for writer wise, I think he's one of the longer ones. Because what was it? There's Flexman Low where he wrote, but he wasn't as long as Priest, but Priest has done a lot.
Yeah,
because a lot of them only do 12 issues, it seems like, because I think what was it? Alan Moore's run was one volume. He's already on 3 volumes, I think. Yeah, Priest is already on 3 volumes already.
Oh damn, I'll dip out, man.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Hey man, he hosts the show, man.
Yeah.
I hope he pops back on.
Yeah. But like I said, man, but Priest has been doing it, for 3 volumes, because, dude, Amy Chu did it for, I think, 2 volumes, and that was it. You know what I mean? And I think Gail Simone did 1 run. I think, I can't remember exactly, but I wasn't collecting at the time. But
I think I associate Gail Simone more with her Red Sonja run.
Oh yeah, Red Sonja was the one she did. But But Priest is done, you know what I mean?
I want to say
Grant Morrison's done a run, but Morrison's run was only, I think, 1 volume too. A lot of them were all the bigger writers were only 1 volume. Priest is the bigger. You know who else I want to see is the Philadelphia guy, right? Vampy. I wouldn't mind seeing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing his take on Vampy. You know what I mean? His take. Dude, I wouldn't mind taking a stab at it.
He's like, give me the duty to write it. I'll do it.
Yeah, I won't mind taking a stab at it because I've been reading the older ones and I got some ideas already. But that Vampirella, the other title that's going Vampirella Armageddon or whatever it is. But that writer is writing for old school, the older heads of Vampirella fans. He's right, and then this is how I split the 2 runs. It's Priest is writing for trying to get the newer, trying to get the newer people into her, and then the other guy that's writing the Vampirella Armageddon is trying to keep the older heads, trying to keep the guys that were fans from the beginning. because he's bringing some of the older characters back, like the last issue I just read. He brought one of the older characters back, one of the priestess from the Vampirella run, from the Dracula run that they did in the Warren run.
Yeah. Raid. But like somebody said, like it's you can only read Priest's run in long
Completed.
form. Yeah, completed. Omnibus.
Yeah, completed.
It's not like reading it monthly. It's jarring, especially with his writing style.
Yeah. It drives me. Sean, you don't know how crazy it drives me, because then you have to go back an issue or go back 2 issues, and I'm like, dude, I don't feel like going back to yeah.
And he did that with the Black Panther run. Yeah, that's why it makes a lot more sense, because I have the Black Panther omnibuses, and it reads smoother because every time he jumps around, you get to that next issue or 2 issues later.
What I think they should have him do is write Vampirella as a trade for his style, man. It's like, if you already know what the writing style he has, you should just have him write long form and not freaking singles, because the singles drive me crazy. It's like, damn, I have to go back 2 issues.
Yeah, it's frustrating sometimes. I want to mess this out and see what's going on.
Yeah. Somebody messaged me because I heard my phone go off just now. Let me go check it real quick to see who it was.
Oh, he says internet went out. All right, so Al's internet went out. He's rebooting his modem now. Brian, what's up, man? 2 40-year-old fellas talking comics. Hey, join us, man. Join us if you can join us for a little bit. I'll disappear. His computer shut down, so he's rebooting so he can come back on, because we can't end the stream without Al. Al is hosting this event, so we're waiting on Al. But yeah, he just got home, so hopefully, Al can come back on.
Yeah.
And we'll see where we go from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one of the reasons why I'm kind of glad I'm not buying too much comics.
Right. All I'm getting is his run, is his Vampirella run, and it's driving me crazy, man. It's like,
yeah, I will get just the collected edition. Yeah. Like, I'll wait for the omnibus.
Yeah, pretty much. It's gonna be omnibus style already. I already call it. It's gonna be omnibus style. It's just nothing wrong. He's a great writer. It's just the way he writes is for omnibus, or for completed editions.
It's just like Jonathan Hickman. Like,
yeah,
I can only, because Jonathan Hickman's another one that has a similar writing style,
right?
And you can only read it in deluxe hardcover or omnibus.
Right.
That's where I enjoy his East of West.
Right.
I remember when that first came out, people was kind of conflicted with it because they didn't understand it and how the story was being told.
Right.
But when I read it in trade, I didn't buy it monthly. I read it in trade.
I'm glad you did that, because I heard people bought it in trade. It was freaking confusing as hell when they read it in trade.
Now, for me,
or a single issue.
Yeah, and singles is confusing.
Right.
But when you get the whole story, and I bought like the first 3 volumes, and I read all 3 volumes. Like, I need more of this, because I was hooked on it.
Right.
As opposed to if I had just read it in singles, I probably would have dropped it at issue 3 or 4.
Right. That's probably what I would have done. And I wanted to do that to Vampy, but I'm like, dude, I'm a Vampy guy. I can't drop it.
I can't be like Sean and drop Vampy, man. I got to keep it going.
No, yeah, but I'm like, I'm getting both. So I'm getting both him and the other guy writing, and I enjoy. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy them both. But the other guy, I enjoy a little more. But like you said, his run has to be collected completely, because you have to go back a couple issues. It's like, oh, go back to this issue, okay. But the old school magazines that do that too, where they go, hey, go back into issue 20, whatever, and and stuff like that. But that's cool. But it's just, it drives you crazy when you're doing single issues, and the freaking issue 20 is in your short box somewhere, and you don't want to go
dig it out.
You don't want to go digging it out and go looking at it, and you're like, what the hell?
So it's best to just wait for the long form edition.
Yeah, well, I would rather wait. Yeah, honestly. And then he's on volume 3 of his run already, or volume 3 or 4 of his run already. So it's like, dude, because if you count from Dracula, his Dracula, run all the way up to that one, it's at least a couple of volumes.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
Yeah, me and you are the mainstays of freaking Silver Age Sundays, it seems like.
I know, man.
Yeah, almost every episode of Silver Age Sunday, it's either we've both been on almost every episode.
I was thinking, like, man, Jeff's gonna miss this episode, man. Yeah. He's out celebrating with Steve and Brian, so I was like, that's understandable. But as soon as you popped in, like, oh man, Jeff.
Yeah,
and I was like, it's pretty early. I'm surprised y'all was able to hang out and be done with the day.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did a couple of things, and then we went our separate ways. But we're planning on doing some more stuff, anyways. So yeah, we just got to plan it out. Like the October one with Pete, we just got to plan that one out. Surprised Pete didn't pop on.
Yeah, I think he said something about he wasn't going to be able to. And I thought old man Spider might be on, but
I thought so too. But we can't invite anybody anyways if they do pop on. Because
I know I'll put the link early in his
there he is. Here we go.
Hey man, I have Cox cable, and it went out. So apparently there was an internet outage, and they sent me a message talking about that the internet wasn't gonna come back up until 7:45. But yeah, man, we have outages like that here, man. So it's like, bro, I'm just sitting here. I had just came back from the bathroom, and I'm like, man, what happened? Like, this is the AT&T crap all over again. But yeah, sorry about that, fellas. What's going on, Brian?
You're good. Yeah, he just got home, so yeah.
He ain't gonna rush the donuts, man.
So they got it back up running. It says your estimated repair time April 12th, 7:44 p.m. Like, man, it's just 3:47. Anyway, glad to be back. Frustrated much.
I'm gonna ask you the question, Al. Are you gonna grab the Popeyes One Piece collector's box, or a bento box, or whatever that box is?
For the sake of it being one piece, I probably will, only if it's not a rush behind it.
I think it's actually one location in Georgia, I think, or something like that, but you have to look it up. There's 2 versions of that box.
Look, if I got to drive, the answer is no. If I got to drive outside of Macon to get it, I'm not getting it. I'm sorry.
There's two versions of that box. So there's the normal bento, and then there's the collector's edition bento. But I don't know because only Miami has it over down here. So I'm not going all the, like you said, I'm not going all the way to Miami to get my box.
Yeah, and it looks like it starts today.
Yeah.
Rumored menu items between the day. You know what? How do you find out what the locations are? Because there's only 2 Popeyes open in Macon, and I doubt very seriously they're gonna have it.
Yeah, I think when I saw one of the Instagram posts from one of the guys that collected, they said only one location in Georgia, and I don't think it was Macon when I heard it.
I mean, if anything, it'll probably be in Atlanta, somewhere in Metro Atlanta.
That's what
I'm
I
not-
heard. It was
yeah.
somewhere Atlanta based. I think. I think the first one was like Atlanta somewhere, and then the last location was Miami. And I'm like, I'm not going to all 3 hours away just to get at this.
I just pulled it up. According to Google AI, it says to participate in Popeyes locations: Boston, Massachusetts, Chicago, Illinois. So Pete might be able to get in on it, but I don't think he's in the One Piece. New Brunswick, New Jersey, New York City, Los Angeles, California, Miami. Nah, bro, I'm good.
Yeah. See, so so we can get.
Man, those are the only 6 locations.
Yeah.
Man, nah.
I thought it was all of them, and then when I saw only 6, I'm like, what the hell?
That's stupid, man. Like, that's really stupid. So I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen is that scalpers in those areas are probably gonna have like them and like 30 of their friends get in line at Popeyes and buy those boxes, and then, because if I'm not mistaken, it comes with a card.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have them cards on eBay. You'll know who actually had access to Popeyes when you see them on eBay selling a whole bunch of One Piece Popeye. That's stupid.
And the common community will know, because they will be spotlighted on. You must be out your damn mind.
They sure will. I will make sure that I mean, to have a promotion like that and not open it up.
Yeah.
And not open it up to the public is just, I mean, yeah, you're opening up to the public, bro, but for 6 cities out of thousands of cities in America, and you just open it up to like major metropolitan cities, man, whoever came up with that idea need to be flogged, man. I promise.
And now, what I've heard, what was it? It was going, Popeye wasn't doing well. Popeye was almost going bankrupt or something like that.
Look, hey, they should have capitalized on them chicken sandwiches that people were killing each other over back a few years ago.
Yeah. Well, let's knock on wood. Hope this One Piece thing doesn't go there. Go there.
I agree. Well, no, I mean One Piece, man. I mean, to me, that collaboration is stupid anyway. Like, Luffy. I mean,
it doesn't fit.
Luffy fried chicken and biscuits, like that shit.
It don't fit. Yeah, it don't really fit. I can see it if he was Jolly Bees, maybe.
Oh no, he froze.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, oh school.
No,
I am not asleep.
Oh no! I hope he don't have to restart again.
Nope, I hope not.
That means, hey, if he can't get back up and he has to restart, as soon as he come back on, he's gonna have to end the show, man.
Yeah. We gotta end it by the time it comes back.
Ah man, that's terrible.
As soon as he talk stuff about One Piece and Popeye.
Oh man.
So now we know not to talk stuff about One Piece and Popeye.
I know he's gonna message me, man. Like,
yeah, but like you said, when he comes back this time, let's end it.
Yeah, because his internet ain't holding up no more.
Ain't holding up no more.
But yeah, that's stupid on them to just
only 6 locations. And it's not, and it's like you said, it's all in metropolitan areas. It's Miami, not even Orlando, not even one location in Orlando, just Miami. So all of Florida, Miami. So you're gonna see all these people could just go down to that one Miami location.
You could be all the way in Pensacola, Florida. Mm-hmm. You have to drive across it and then all the way down.
Yeah. Just to get that One Piece card.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I am not going through, like I said, I'm not driving no freaking 3 hours to a fucking Popeyes down that way just to get a One Piece bento box.
No, it ain't worth that.
It ain't worth that. It ain't worth the gas, man. By the time the gas you got to spend to get back, it's gonna be with the dude. That car's not gonna be worth the.
Gas is killing me, man. Because this trip to Apopka, by the time Thursday come, I'm already near quarter E.
Yeah.
So I gotta gas up Wednesday evening,
Right.
and then gas up again Friday just to have a full tank again.
Right.
So it's
I always gas up around middle tank every time. So I'm like, just to be on the safe side.
I'll be at middle tank by the end of Tuesday.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, man, I can't make, like before I can make, when I was at the old location,
Yeah.
I can make a whole week. I can wait till Friday to gas up.
Right.
Now it's like, I ain't trying to push it.
Right.
That one time I didn't gas up. Friday morning I had to gas up. And I was near E. All right, so
let's end this.
Rick, we gotta sign out with your internet giving you issues, man.
Yeah, man. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
You can hear.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably gonna be intermittent between now and 7 o'clock. So yeah, I hate to poop on everybody's planters and shit, but it's probably gonna be like this off and on for a while. So
yeah, we're all good.
Hey, we had a great show for the time we had. 2 hours and 43 minutes.
Yep.
It was a good show, man. Me and you held it down.
Yes, we did, and thanks to Jeff for coming through.
Until I got home from my little excursion with Brian and Steve. So
yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I ended on this end, because I've never done this on my phone. It's amazing though. You can run a stream from your phone.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Well, if you have to end it without doing the video, closing it out like you usually do, then
yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's not all about style and punch and panache right long now. Yeah, but yeah, man. We will be back in the next. What is the following Sunday? Into the 25th.
Something like that.
The 26th. That'll be the next episode. The 26th.
Okay.
Hey, we running through the whole April already.
Yeah,
already.
We'll be halfway through the year, man. In less than 18 days. Well, actually, no, that's May. May is 5th. June. We're not that far away from June.
Yeah, once we get past June, it'll be the halfway point.
Yeah.
But we getting close to June anyway, so we getting there.
Yeah, we're getting close to Christmas, Halloween, and all those freaking holidays again.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
But yeah,
hey, man, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna be out of the internet, but I just learned something new. Like all the stuff that I could pull up on my computer, I could pull up on the phone.
Hey, that's good to know.
I'm impressed by StreamYard. I know they charge like your firstborn for all this shit, so you know. Yeah.
But shout out to all the people that was in the chat, man.
Yeah,
that's right, everybody.
And that I did not know this. Now I can add the because you notice I add the Comic Call Crew page to this, so the Comic Call Crew is streaming as well.
Okay, that's what's up.
So I know it's like, yeah, I can choose both channels now instead of just choosing mine.
Yeah,
I didn't want to do it with the portrait style. And I was like, no, I'm not inviting these trolls and none of them. Like that shit was horrible.
That was terrible. Like I don't know where them folks come. I think you had some Nigerian scammers in there too, man. For real.
Man, I need Obafemi to take care of them fools.
The ruler, yeah, Powerbomb all of them. All right, well, I think we could go ahead and close it out, man. And if y'all want to hang out,
you got your Vampirella book club tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Vampirella Book Club tonight at 6:00, and it's an issue episode 45, and we're let's see what Vampy gets into, because Vampy got a sniper had a sniper incident last week.
And now
So-
hold this Roy Thomas.
Yep. I hold this
Signed
Wheeljack, my birthday gift from Steve and Brian. My Wheeljack cover, MegaCon exclusive. I finally have something Wheeljack related.
It ain't Blondie, but I'm pulling up the last year's Street Fighter swimsuit special.
Well, that matches.
All right, folks. Well, y'all have a good day, a good evening, and we'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
All right. Peace out.
Peace out.